welcome to the Psychic Coffee Shop. I'm Mason Knight, and with me tonight is Saphira Light. And welcome to the Psychic Coffee Shop. Ooh, I smell that hazelnut cappuccino all the way over here, honey. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, doing well, doing well. You know, it's been a busy, busy week as normal. And, of course, we've all been busy. It's Thanksgiving time. So tonight we will be talking about gratitude and how to take it past the Facebook status. But, you know, there's been some things that's hit our news feed, and some of them have been very honorable, and some of them have not. However, we'd like to, you know, say a thank you out to, you know, one of the fallen troopers. They were actually in an accident. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that, Sophia?
Oh, about our little Jamie Jerservis, I think is how you pronounce that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, she was in an accident and got hit by a drunk driver, which took her life. But this little lady, she was so involved with the community, and, you know, the negative feedback that the police have throughout the United States now with all the racism and things like that. There were thousands of people that came to honor this trooper because she was so much part of the community. So I thought that was absolutely fabulous to hear. You know, she was a good lady and apparently loved by many.
Right. And she had made a major impact with her community. You know, and this is something that we see very often, you know, with troopers in general, is, you know, it's normally the state troopers that are making the impact with the community. You know, they're working hard to protect us. But all this bad press you've been getting, it was really surprising when I read this article and read the other article about how she was killed. She was killed by a drunk driver. In this day and age, really? I mean, you've got Uber, you've got taxis, you've got towing services, you've got, you know, everybody's going, we'll give you a ride.
You got DD.
Call, you know, the old-fashioned have a designated driver. And she was also a retired Army colonel, too. You know, so she really gave service to her life. And I don't know, it was just very upsetting to me to see, you know, this go on. You know, and for us to lose another good trooper.
Yeah, because there's not. I mean, with all due respect to the state troopers, a lot of them do their job, and I'm very, very thankful for that. You know, I'm thankful for them out there and for protecting us. But there's just not a whole lot that would involve themselves in the community as this little lady did because of everything that's going on. Not because they didn't want to. It's just everything that's going on. They just maybe couldn't at the time. I'm not judging or anything like that.
Well, can't and, you know, don't have the time. I mean, you know, it used to be when you were a lawman, you got in your car, you wrote your tickets, you caught your speeders, you said hi to the boy, you know, take care of whatever, and you are an example of the community. Now half their job is paperwork.
Yeah, you know, and half the time they're getting shot on routine stops,
traffic stops, you know. It's pretty sad. And, you know, me and you broadcast out of West Virginia. Rainey is our Denver cohort. It's pretty sad that they had to pass a law here in West Virginia that requires drivers to slow down and get in the other lane if they see emergency vehicle on the side of the road. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, when I traveled for about 6 years, I was never aware of this. Now, and I'd always slow down, but maybe not down to the 15. And I had an officer to pull me over. He says, "Young lady, do you know you're supposed to get on the other side?" I said, "No, sir." I said, "I slowed down real slow." He says, "Yes, and I appreciate that." He says, "But it's a law here in whatever state I was in that you get on the other side." And I said, "With all due respect, sir, I did not know that, and absolutely, I agree with that. I just didn't think about it." And he was very, very nice.
Yeah, but they normally are heavily nice. You know, I've never had a bad interaction with any trooper anywhere. And believe me, I've had a little, been in some interesting situations with them, and they've always been respectful. They've always reached out into the community, and they continue to reach out into the community. So, respect your troopers. Pull a little to the other side of the lane if possible. On a two-way it's harder.
And if not, slow down to 15 miles per hour, 10 if possible.
Yeah, slow down. I mean, hello, you've got a person standing on the side of the road. Don't be doing like freaking 40 miles an hour on a 2-lane road. And on the interstate, it's, in West Virginia, it's 50. You have to drop to 55. In other states, it's different. But have some respect for these people out there. They're doing their job, which is keeping us safe on the roads. And by all means, this is the holiday season. Don't be drinking and driving.
Yeah, with the drunk drivers, there should not be any reason that people are drinking and driving nowadays. If you cannot find someone to take you home, then drink at home.
Yeah, have the party at home. Have a car pick you up. It's not that hard. It's called pick up that lovely smartphone of yours and send out the message. And,
with all my friends, if I know that they're going out, I'll say, okay, I don't have anything planned. I will be at home. If you drink, you call me. I'll come and get you. And that's a standing thing with my son that we have. Now, given my son don't drink a whole lot, but when he's celebrating and stuff, if he has one drink, I said, I don't care if you have a half a drink. Call me. I'll come and get you. And he does, though. So it's good to have that contract and not be judgmental with your children that are of age, but just have that contract with them, and you'll see the respect, and they will tend not to drink and drive at all.
Right, and they'll tend to be safe because you may just be trying to get home, but you want everyone else to get home too.
Right, and that's what I told him. I said, you're on the road, you're my kid. I wouldn't want somebody on the road drinking and driving while you were on the road.
Very much so, It's very dangerous, and, we see it all the time, and it's always horrific. And, it's normally not until the 8th time until you are caught, unfortunately, and I think that they should up that penalty. It shouldn't be like, okay, you have to blow into a thing to start your car. No, you shouldn't be allowed to have a car. At all.
Yeah, especially if you are going to drink and drive. There's no sense in
that's
people
open
drinking and driving, like we said. Yeah. Personally, I don't drink a whole lot. I might drink it once every 10 years, but I know that people enjoy celebrating. So I don't have a problem being the DD, and I'm sure that there's other people out there that wouldn't mind being the DD. And if everybody in your group likes to drink, then you take turns, and one has to be responsible. We have to start taking responsibility for for what we do.
Right.
Which brings me to this. Have you heard about this? I don't even want to call her a woman. This Nicole Arbor.
I've heard about her. She aggravates the living crap out of me, and she's in the news again. Okay. Well, for those that don't know who this person is, I'll give you a synopsis. She's an attention-seeking person, totally and completely. About 6 months to a year ago, she dated one of the top YouTubers in the country, well, actually in the world, and just to get her channel started. And then she was arrested for domestic violence. There was a big ordeal with that, and and literally this person was really wanting a relationship with her, and was like, I'm out of here, as he should have been. And he is very, very public, very, very upfront, very, very positive influence in the world, and very, very happy.
And she's not. She's a very negative person that's bringing more negativity and more hatred into this world.
Right. And, it started out with, she was making funny videos, and that's cute because she labels herself as a comedian. fine. Some brands of humor I don't like. But
this
now
she's
starting these. This is not humor. She started out this video called "Dear Fat People," and it was awful. I mean, awful. And then, we were on a hiatus during that time, or I would have lost my top then about it. And now she's done another one called "Dear Black People," and now she's moved on to "Dear Refugees." And it's like, really? Are you just attention seeking?
I just think she wants, exactly, because I think that she's doing this just to for people to look at her.
Right.
With the black people, with the fat people, that's prejudice right there.
Mhm.
That's teaching hatred. And I'm a very positive person. I really love people. However, I'm not really liking her right now.
No. And hopefully she will get a clue. I mean, she's trying to copy older comedians, but she doesn't have a clue on their style. She needs to go back and research them. And,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Because, people like Joan Rivers used to take on hot topics like this and be able to make them funny, but they were funny on purpose and on use. However, this girl isn't funny. She isn't on use, and all she's doing is spreading hate and negativity across the planet, and we just don't need that.
Right. Well, she's entitled to her views. Okay, I'll give her that. But presentation is everything, and the way that she's presenting them, she's going to piss off a whole lot of people.
Well, she has, but she's using that as shock jock mentality, and it doesn't work in comedy. Radio, Howard Stern might be able to get by with it, but that's about it.
Ugh. That's another story.
Yeah. So, be watchful of who you're supporting and what their message is and what their whole thing is in general, is my point. And the reason we brought her up tonight as a hot topic was, really take some time and get to know these personalities, especially YouTube, which we are on YouTube, and other places, and get to know them, get up in, I won't say get up in their business, but get up in their platform, and think about who you're actually watching the video of, or who you're actually watching the material of, because here's the thing. They get paid for those views. Granted, it's like 1 cent a view, but support the companies and support the entertainers that bring positive nature to this world, because then you're only spreading more positivity. That's something, let's go on to our main topic tonight, which is gratitude and taking it past your Facebook post. Because I don't know about you, but every year my Facebook news feed starts filling up with, I am so grateful for A, B, C, and D. And then 30 minutes later, or an hour later, from the same person, you'll see this, I can't believe he didn't call me last night. I can't believe he's doing this. I can't believe this is occurring.
Right.
And then, about 2 months later, about January 5th or January 8th, we'll start seeing, I'll start seeing these things. This power of gratitude don't work. This idea of power of claim it and name it don't work.
Well, there's a reason.
Did you just read the first page of the book? Because it's not that, it isn't just a Facebook posting or a page written in a journal.
Yeah, nothing's going to change unless you change it. You have to change your perception of what you see. If you don't change your perception, you can't change anything, and it has to be on you. You cannot control everybody else. You can't control every situation. The only thing that you can control is you.
Right. You can only control you. You can only control your behavior. You can only change your energy, but it's infectious. Key example. You're shopping through Walmart, and you get done shopping, and you go up to the line, and if you're greeted with a, hi, how are you? Very, very happy checkout lady. I don't know, maybe she had some extra caffeine this morning. She's in a really good mood. You're going to walk out of that store in a very good mood.
Yeah.
However.
Or a better mood than what you was when you went in.
In a better mood than what you was when you went in. However, if you walk up into somebody and they're just grumpy and growling and nagging and, just trying to tell her everything up, then it ain't the same. You don't walk out with that same interaction. I mean, who wants to go into something that is totally negative to begin with? And that's the power of gratitude, and that's how it works. It spreads the same way. Don't you think?
Well, I think so too. And I think another thing is that the power of gratitude, we only do it once or twice a year. You should be being thankful for things that happen to you on a daily basis.
Right.
I mean, because it's always a light in the dark. Always. You just sometimes you got to look for it a little harder.
Yeah.
But I think we should be doing that all the time. Yeah.
Right. It's sometimes not easy. It's hard to find things that you're thankful for. But even the basics, if you got a roof over your head, be thankful for that. Especially if you're wanting a new house. Think about it. If someone's always complaining, oh, my car is just so terrible. My car was a wreck. Oh, my car ain't worth shit. It never does anything. It's broke down again.
That's what you will get.
And then you get a new car, guess what? It's going to have the same problems. Why? Because you haven't changed your focus of the energy.
Right. I agree 100%.
And you haven't been able to... And once you change that energy and you change that focus from, oh, the world's so bad. Oh, I never can find anybody to date. I'm just too old. Well, who wants to date you?
Exactly. And that's when you come to this obsession with negativity that we have in the United States. It's always somebody else's fault. It's not people taking responsibility and trying to change that for the better.
Right.
So I think we have an obsession with negativity in the United States, just from that.
Right, and that's what we see on the news, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they don't give us the good news. There is good out there. It's just the negative catches the eye, and that's what everybody listens to, and therefore media goes with how many watchers they can get, how many listeners they can get, and that's just, unfortunately, their deal.
Right, and we need to change that. We need to change that behavior. We need to...
So how do we do that?
Well, you change that behavior by not consuming it. Everyone starts screaming boycott stuff, but they don't boycott it because they're too afraid to. And it's like working with the power of gratitude. There are some key things there to using it and to bringing it out. So let's look at 5 mistakes people tend to think.
Okay.
And make within that, other than, posting it to a Facebook status and, looking at it as, I posted it to Facebook. I'm in this gratitude energy. La, 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 la. Oh, you're an idiot. I don't want to deal with you. Everything negative. You can't be in that. You also can't be in that state of resistance. You're bragging about how good your job is, but you're going, I don't want to work extra. I don't want to be here 1 minute later. That kind of looks at the universe, goes, hold it, you told me you wanted soup. I brought you soup. Now you're saying you don't want soup?
And for those people that don't have a job, that would like a job, you have to look at that too. Because unfortunately, I've been without a job, and it's not a good thing to feel. And so I'm very thankful for my job. I'm in an area where I can talk to coworkers. My boss is great, and if he wants me to work extra, by Joe, I'll work extra because I am thankful for that job.
Exactly.
And I don't want to be without
showing that behavior. But that's like if he walked in and said, hey, we need you up on the second floor. Okay, let's go do it.
Yeah.
Because it's that energy of, oh, I like being here, I like doing this, so you're going to get more of it. And for our listeners that don't know, Sophia Light moonlights as a nurse. Sometimes. Whenever her boss is grateful for it. And holding grudges really goes against that part of gratitude. I can't believe he done this. I can't believe she done this. And it's 6 months later.
Mhm.
That's not going to, get you anywhere. That's just going to eat into that energy. It's like taking black dye and throwing it in a white Eskimo. It's going to continue growing. It's feeding the cancer.
Mhm.
But going, that's nice. Now I'll move on. Yep, indeed, I'm done with you and I'm done with everything, but I'm not going to hold on to that anger, that fear, that anger and let it grow anymore.
Right, because that's on you. It's
Yeah.
not on them. You're not hurting them.
Mm-mm. Or not being satisfied with what you have. I'm so happy I have a house. Granted, it ain't the mansion I want, but that's okay. It's a house. There's food on the table. I'm grateful for it. And then spreading that gratitude. And that's the harder part of things, and people don't think about this, but, me and Sophia, when we were talking about the show topic, brought up something she does to spread her gratitude of having food. Why don't you tell us about it?
I see people, and I'm assuming they're homeless. They may or they may not be, but they're holding up a sign. We'll work for food. So they're offering some type of energy so they can eat. So what I usually do, and I usually don't give them money, but I have given money before. But if there is a restaurant nearby, a McDonald's, Long John Silver's, whatever, I'll go through the drive-thru and I'll get them a meal and I'll take it to them. And usually they're very, very grateful just for that.
Right.
And it's what I feel that is needed.
Right.
That is my gratitude because I have food, I have a roof over my head, I have a loving family, I have a lot to be grateful for, and I am grateful for it every day.
Right. And it's learning to express that in other means. During the holidays we see all these food drives and toy shop drives, but what about July?
Mhm.
We never see it in July. That's when the people that have that energy of gratitude should be taking bags by the food bank and going, here, cleaned out my pantry. We weren't in the mood for green beans this month.
And you and I both have taken bags and bags of groceries to those less fortunate throughout the year. Or cooked them a meal if they couldn't cook for themselves. And I think that's a very good way to spread not only gratitude but love and to show the God or the gods, however you believe, that you are thankful for what they have given.
Right. But it goes along with that spiritual energy of providing and gratitude, and it's kind of like if you ever cleaned your house and you'll get it all nice and perfect and there's room and nothing's cluttered up. Well, guess what? Within a week, that space that you spent 4 hours polishing the floor to, over there in the corner so you could put your nice picture and your dream board and maybe even your desk, will be trashed. Why? Because that's how the universe sees things.
Well, that's a daily occurrence for me, as you well know.
I know, baby girl. Your support staff loves keeping you busy. But that's how
I'm always cleaning something.
That's how the law of gratitude works. That's how the law of abundance works. It's because it sees you using it, so it gives you more of it. And we forget that. We don't do it. Or people just, they don't read the full book, because there's probably about a gazillion books out there on gratitude and how to do it. And it's really simple. And me and Rainey done a show probably, back when we first started on gratitude. And, we went through the step-by-steps of listing everything you're thankful for and putting them up where you can see them. And, we thought, okay, this is a great task. Here you go. Here's the blueprint. Follow the blueprint. And the blueprint was really good. And it still will work today, no matter where you're at. If you're without a job, without a home, being thankful that you saw a smiling lady, that someone talked to you, that you got to interact with your friend for an hour, those little bits of gratitude will continue to grow, but they're only seeds. You've got to grow them some more. And you've got to get out there and do something. And, in this world today, that's something that's really missing.
What about a smile? Just a smile at somebody or a nice hello. Would that be considered gratitude?
It would definitely. Definitely. I don't know how many times I'm in Walmarts and, yeah, I always think I freaking shop there too much, but guess what? It's the only store in town. So, don't send me hate mail about shopping at Walmart. And these people, they have such sour looks on their faces, and I'm just like smiling and, hi, how are you? And, oh, that's on sale today. And you can watch it go, and it's literally like watching the switch flip, and they just smile. And especially our elderly, who I may have been the only person they'll talk to today other than the cashier.
Right. Well, my husband gets tickled at me when we go shopping because he says, is there anybody that you don't know? I said, I didn't know them. He says, but you talk to them like you've known them for years. I said, yeah, because it's just a conversation we had. One woman, we had a conversation, and it was probably about 30 minutes long over flip-flops. It was great. And he's like, is there anybody that you don't know? And I said, I didn't know them. And he's like, I don't know how you do that. So,
it's because you're real, honey. You're real. You don't sit here and try to play anything else.
No, not really. I am who I am.
You can't. And I've heard people talk about being on stage, and Facebook is being on stage. Everybody vomits on there all they want. But that's just a step. Taking these daily actions, taking a moment to be thankful for your friend, thankful for whatever in your life, that's great. That's wonderful. But you got to get your ass off the couch and do something about it. You can't just post a status. And it's an ongoing thing. Do I do it all the time? Do I do it as much as I need to? No. No, because a lot of times I can be very selfish. But you always got to try. Yeah, you got to try. And you got to try every day. And you got to try to be yourself. And stop letting stuff bug you. If you don't like something that someone's doing, then change your behavior to it. Very much.
Not that you have to like it, just stay away from it.
Well, stay away from it. Change your behavior towards them. And my classic example is, little boys in 6th grade start chasing girls around the playground that they like and pull their hair. The reason they do that is because the girl screams and normally punches them out.
Yeah, but that's just their way of saying,
at my elementary school. But, they don't do that after you punch them out. But if you scream and cry and go running around, then they're going to do it more. That's the same thing with bullying and bullying stuff.
Yeah, and that's another topic altogether. It's not as like it was when we were younger.
Right.
It's a whole lot
Far
worse.
from it. It's a whole lot worse today. Which we're going to probably cover that pretty soon about bullying and the after cost of it. And how to take it from this, we need to be in a counseling mentality into, okay, we need to go and do something about it. And, this is what, in my opinion, we're training our kids that you need to be counseled when it's, no, you need to stand up and go, no more. I don't need a gun to tell you you're an idiot.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's
right.
that's a whole that's a whole nother topic, honey. You get me on that, and we'll be talking for hours.
Well, we could talk about gratitude. We could talk about the world today for hours because we do. But let's take a break from our sponsors, shall we?
Are you at a crossroads in your life? Or are you feeling stuck and not sure where to turn? We can help. Visit our website at Psychic.biz from your computer, smartphone, or tablet, where you can get accurate readings and insight by speaking with any one of our tested advisors. We offer live chat, video sessions, one-on-one phone calls, and even email readings. We have several gifted psychics, tarot readers, astrologers, and other healers from around the world who are available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your initial chat is always free, and our psychics do offer special prices and low per-minute rates. Visit us today at Psychic.biz and get the guidance you need today for your tomorrow.
Welcome back. And I just want to throw a few words of gratitude out there. One is for our sponsor, Psychic.biz, who you can both get readings from me and Sophia Light. And you gotta love my lovely office assistant cat knocking over the water bowl. Sorry, guys, if you heard the big ding. But also, they're very grateful to us, and they're very great with us. And, Sophia, we got some new listeners.
Really?
Yes. We've now gone into syndication over at the Magic Happens radio station. And I'm very grateful for them to have us. And, if you're a new listener, we tape on Wednesday nights, so you can join us Wednesday nights over at Blog Talk. And, let's take some calls. I think we've got one on the line, and the lines are open. But if you want to call in, our guest number is 914-338-1976. And tonight, we need, if you'd like a mini reading, we need your name, your birth date, and something you're grateful for. All right. So our first one is area code 216.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hello. Hi. Happy. I was going to say Merry Christmas because the Christmas stuff is already out. Happy Thanksgiving. I know because I already put my tree up, but Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. My name is Sharon, and my birthday is September 1st. Do you need the year also?
Yes, please.
1965.
Okay. And what are you grateful for?
Oh, I'm just grateful that I'm contracting until I find the right job. That's my question. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can we help
Ironic
you
as
with
it is, it's Thanksgiving week. I did have an interview yesterday. I am very grateful that I have the contract job. It has kept me going this whole year, paying my bills and everything, but I'm looking for the right one. Do you see that coming, please? Oh, my goodness.
I feel that you've already found it, honey.
Oh, please tell me. This has been the worst year. I know. Please tell me that. I've been close so many times thinking I'm get it, and then I don't get it. Does that make sense?
Right. It makes total sense. I feel like you've interviewed with this company. You've talked to them about 3 times, but I feel like you've interviewed at least once or twice for different positions there. And I feel like you will be going to work, and I'm going to say it's probably within the next 2 weeks.
Oh, my. It's not the job I'm at now, right? The fill-in job? Please tell me no.
It's not the fill-in job. The fill-in job is just to get you over.
I know. You do feel this coming for sure. Is this going to be a keeper that I'm going to be there a while?
It'll be a keeper. You're going to stay a while. I feel like it'll be a really good job. Now, it's going to be stressful the first 3 months, though. Because I feel like they're complicated. Okay.
Okay.
The company itself is just complicated. It's weird. It's like you've got to do, the Army says they need everything on triplicate. I think this company was probably set up with somebody from the Army because they want everything done triplicately. Or, it's just that complicated. They have a form and a process for everything. But that's good because that gives you security in what you're doing.
I know. That's a good point. Everything takes work, though. You know what I'm saying?
Very much so. Everything takes work. Everything will be going good with this job.
And Sharon, honey, I'm seeing some opportunities for advancement, too.
Oh, gosh. By the first of the year, then I will be employed.
Yes.
Yes.
Happily.
Oh, my God, you guys. I needed that tonight. Now I have to enjoy Thanksgiving. This is the only thing I think about every day, you guys. I know I heard what you said. You were out of work at one time, so you know how it feels.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
It's not fun. You know that. I know.
Yes.
Right. It's far from being fun. When you're out of work, the hardest job you're doing is work.
I know. It's the worst. It's the worst. And I'm working double just to make the money. You know what I'm saying? Double. But anyhow, and I'll hear about it then in the next week or two then.
Correct. Within the next week or two.
Because
it shows you going to work in 2 weeks.
Oh, gosh. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling, and you have a wonderful
Enjoy your
Thanksgiving.
turkey. Unless you
Happy
can.
Thanksgiving, honey.
Have a nice evening. Thank you.
You too. Bye, darlings.
Bye-bye.
All right. Now then, let's check out the chat room. Well, there's nothing going on in here. All right, Ray, you aren't going to get to go into the hot seat. And we will take, because we do have a few people in the chat room. If you've got a question, Sophia's in the hot seat this week, so she will be gladly to take them. We do need your name and birth date and what you're thankful for, and we will share it then. So, what are you doing tomorrow?
What am I doing tomorrow? Well,
yeah, what are you doing tomorrow?
I am going to my cousin Punky's, which is not her real name. We just called her Punky since we were real little, and having dinner with the family. Yeah, fits her well. And we're going to have dinner there. Then I'm going to come home and take a nap, and then I'm headed off to work.
Yay! You're off to the ER tomorrow night. And
yes,
I'll
sir.
be here most of the day because I ain't cooking this year. We're taking it easy.
What are you guys doing?
We're going out to eat. This is something that I don't get to do that often. I think maybe once in the past 6 months we've took the whole family out to eat. So we've decided for Thanksgiving, since everybody had plans this year, because normally what we do is the big Thanksgiving delivery. But luckily, all our little ladies are going to different things, so we won't be doing the Thanksgiving delivery. We're going to Ryan's, having dinner and coming back, and probably watching a movie and relaxing and just taking some family time. And then I'll come in and take some calls and some appointments like normal.
I think that's fabulous. I think you well deserve it.
Well, I think that we do deserve it. I think everybody's worked really hard this year, and I'm so grateful because my boys have stepped up, my team has stepped up. Heck, even in my office assistant, Catherine, has stepped up on her clawing of the chair to remind me it's time to go to work. So we're going to take some time for that. And then the next day, which I hate that they've now started it earlier also, is Black Friday.
Oh, baby, you won't catch me out on Black Friday.
I don't think you will at all.
No, you talking about negativity.
You're going to be asleep. It's the growth path of it.
Well, my goodness, they've already got Christmas decorations up in Oak Hill. They had them out probably 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. They're trying to rush the end of this year, and I don't see how bad, because it hasn't been that bad of a year. It's been a dramatic year, but it's not been that bad of a year. But, Black Friday is going to be Black Friday, and I bet we will see newscasts from all over the place that this has gone on, that has gone on, this person has been mobbed over a TV. That is like the opposite of gratitude, in my opinion.
Right. It is. I agree.
And, it's a little past ridiculous, I think, anymore.
Well, but the meaning, I think, has been lost.
I think it has, and its commerciality of, what Thanksgiving is. I think that we're forgetting it. And I don't think that when, they sat down and said, okay, because, see, Thanksgiving didn't used to be the third Thursday in November. That was part of Dwight Eisenhower's administration that appointed it there. Our Canadian listeners do Thanksgiving in October, which I think is more appropriate, don't you? Because harvest time, that's probably when I would prefer my Thanksgiving if I had to pick it. But
a lot of religions do have it earlier in the year than November. Yeah.
It's in November. And, we, Wiccans normally do it in September at Harvest Home, which I always love. I always look forward to your turkey, which is awesome.
Thank
if you could bottle that, we would be doing really well.
Oh, well, they're a little bit upset because Punky told me that she wanted my turkey because she likes the way I make it. But I said, well, nobody told me in time. So her son's making a turkey this time. But
well, good. Now, over at Psychic.biz, they are having a Black Friday sale, and I will be there all day. Spend $20 and get 10 free. And, of course, the promotion code is BLACK, as in Black Friday. So after you get done attacking Walmart, who released their Black Friday stuff like 2 months ago,
yeah.
Retailers are just screaming to get this year over with. We had Christmas in July, and literally they were selling the Christmas decorations. So if you're looking for a reading, you can always hop over there to us and wrap that in there. And, we'll be able to help you out there and to pull things together. And let's see, then we're getting ready for December, when the holiday season hits. And thank goodness I'm already done with mine. I am not shopping at all. I'm going to do a no-spend December, hopefully. We'll see how that works. And, different things are going to pop up and pop in, and you're going to get ready for the new year, which we will be talking about New Year's resolutions and how to make them effective. But if you've decided to hop on the gratitude connection, then, you need to take some time and think about what you really have in your life and what you really want in your life. Because if you don't like something you have now, why don't you change that energy and make it all the way through? Well, we got another one.
Okay.
Yes, we got another caller. We're going to take them on the line here in a minute. But, changing that energy throughout. If you want love, then show some love to people. If you want money, well, do some service. Go and sit and talk to somebody for 2 hours. Especially the older people. You'll actually hear about hard times. But let's take area code 111111.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hi there. Where are you guys that it's afternoon?
We are in West Virginia, and it's afternoon right now in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's the place I was thinking of. I was going to say, oh, lucky you. It's beautiful in Hawaii probably this time of the year. So
they've had some storms, though, this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but it's still gorgeous there. So, what's your name and birthday, and what are you grateful for tonight?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. My name's Bridget. I'm born 7/17/1958, and I am thankful for many, many things. I'm thankful for my children. I'm thankful for the beautiful environment that I live in, and for people like you, for shows like this.
Thank you. We're grateful for you too, honey. So how can we help you tonight?
Well, I guess one of the questions I have moving forward is regarding some bigger and better opportunities to do the kind of work that I was meant to do, to really be on my mission, on my path.
Right.
My divine purpose.
And I feel like they're coming. They're going to be smaller to start out with, but that's just to get you prepped up. Okay? And I feel like, when you get into those missions, you're going to be very comfortable. And they're just going to start happening to you naturally. Like, you get an email, and it's like, can you, kind of talk about this for a little bit? And they hop in and do it. And then, it just builds off of that, hon.
Do you get any impressions or any insight as to, what kind of arena that might be in?
It looks to me to be like in a, they're saying platform situation, so this is a talk. Like going in and giving a talk on what you do. And then it leads into more things. But it started out very small. Okay? And it just grows from there.
Okay. So public speaking kind of thing?
Public speaking kind of thing. Maybe a little workshop at a little store or something to that effect.
Right. Wow, that's great.
Okay. And when are you going to start writing that book? It's only played in your mind like 7 times.
Yeah. Is it a book or is it a screenplay?
It's a book that leads to the screenplay.
It sounds like a plan. Okay.
Okay. All right, then.
Does Sophia have any input for me?
Well, honey, I see that you're going to start working with a whole lot of people, and those people are going to bring insight and opportunities for you to do what you was meant to do on this path. So the people that you're meeting in the beginning is going to continue as you grow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, you're saying that people that I meet will actually be in my life for a while. They're going to be, keepers.
Absolutely, they're going to boost you up.
Mhm. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a
You're
wonderful
welcome,
evening.
honey.
Thank
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving, love.
All right, and then our next one is 347. 347, you're on the air.
Hi, how are you?
Good, hon. Who we speaking with?
My name is Tanika.
Okay. And what's your birthday?
It's 9378.
Okay, and what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful to have my family around me still this year, this time of the year. I'm very grateful for that. And my job.
Mm-hmm. And your job. So how can we help you?
I'd like to hear about love and relationships and the children, children, marriage for the future.
Okay, honey. Do you have a specific question?
I guess I would like to hear what's coming up, like what's going to happen for me for love and relationship.
Okay. Do we have anybody in particular to work with?
Well, there is someone that I have feelings for, but I haven't spoken or heard from them in a long time.
Okay, hon. Well, let me take a look here, and I'll see what it is so generously. I know you've got that interest there, honey, and you've been kind of setting yourself off for them, but I feel like you got to kind of take some relaxation and move forward. I do feel like you going into a relationship, it looks to me to be probably within the next 2 to 6 weeks. They're not really sure about that because of when they appear up. This person will come in very flighty and a little bit all over the place. I feel like they'll have dark hair. It'll be one of those simple connections that feeds off of itself. You think you're just saying hi, hello to somebody, and before you know it, it's 8 hours later and you guys have been on the phone all night. After you meet him, I feel like he'll be very passionate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, as far as children in general, I feel like you've got a gap there. It looks to me like you're looking at about 18 months before that option is even available to you. And I do feel like you'll have at least 2. Okay?
Yeah. Do you feel anything for me and the person from my past that I still love?
I feel like the connection is still there, but they're not growing. Okay, and it's kind of like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and normally, the universe will let you wait for so long, and then they kind of move you forward. I feel like it was a good connection for the time, but they needed to grow with you, and they're just not.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
And work on that wall that you kind of built around you too. I feel like you got some shields up. It's like you built a wall around you because I feel that this particular guy that you are interested in has put you through a lot of stuff. I feel that he has stressed you out quite a bit. And from that, I feel that you've built a wall. So start knocking down that wall a little bit and bring your outward, because you're a little introverted, I think. I think that you're not that, how do I say this, that you don't go out and make yourself available, that you really got to get to know somebody. And putting up that wall is kind of making that a little bit more difficult.
Right.
So start working on that wall a little bit too, sweetheart.
Right, yeah. I know, I haven't, because I've been trying to work on myself to get my life together, and he did put me through a lot.
Yeah, and That's why you're kind of taking some time in there and getting comfortable with you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, when you're going through that, it's really good to have that journaling, getting those emotions out. You know, and even gratitude journaling, I think that would be really good for you at this point in time because you've got a lot of opportunities that are opening up for you financially. They're opening up to you, you know, mentally and emotionally.
Mhm.
Okay, but if you're hiding behind the wall, it's not going to pull itself together.
I was trying to date, and I just actually stopped dating someone because everyone just seems crazy out there. Like, I opened myself up, and I just was like, you know what? Never mind.
Right, but it's because you were dating anybody instead of seeing it like a job interview and going, all right, I'm looking for someone that can spend time with me, that has the ability to pay attention, that has the ability to work with me, that has the ability to understand that I've got to do A, B, and C. And then if they don't fit that resume, that position that you've designed for your life, don't accept them. Don't date them.
Right.
You're going to have lots of opportunities, honey. But like you said, that there's a special person coming into your life, and y'all's going to hit it off really, really great. But try to knock down those walls because he will come in full force. So just kind of knock down those walls and have fun with it, and kind of let it grow from there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And you meet this person in person. It's not like you meet them in a chat room or on Facebook or anything like that. You meet them face to face the first time. You're introduced to them. Yeah. It's very much an old-fashioned setup here, which is probably not what you're used to.
No, and he sounds like he's gonna try to come on real strong or something, which I'm not.
No, it's not that he comes on strong. It's that he comes on full force. It's going to be like, ooh, I like you. I want to get to know you. I want to know everything about you, and I want to date you.
Oh, he's Lord. Very outgoing, very outgoing, and this is a good thing for you.
It all started out like that on me for some reason, and I get scared away. It's like the relationship starts before I give it permission to. They come on like that.
Right. Well, that's where that wall comes in, baby.
Okay, and let's talk, and then just talk. Don't look for anything out of it. Just talk. It won't hurt you. It won't have an effect on you. It won't have an effect on him, but you'll get comfortable that way. That's where you're kind of not doing here. You're like, okay, we have to have a formal date. No, you don't. You can have an 8-hour conversation on the phone. Granted, dinner's kind of nice if you're going to do that, but I feel like you guys just talk on the phone to begin with.
Okay.
Okay?
It's so sad because the one from my past, he and I had a great relationship. It was like really playful, and I was hoping for the best with us. I used to always hear good stuff. But
yeah, but he's not growing, honey. He's not going to help you. If he's just going to sit there on a rock and you've got, you want to have children, you want to have a relationship, you want to have a marriage, you want to be comfortable, and he's just there like, oh, it's a sunny day here on the rock. No, I ain't going to go do that. I'm just going to go and hang out here. Oh, you want to have kids? Yeah, that takes too much energy. I'm just going to sit here on the rock.
Oh, that's what he's doing. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Okay.
So do things that's good for you. Focus
do
on
what's
you.
best for you, honey. Focus on you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, darling. Well, you have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too. And lately I've been finding money. I didn't look up what that means, but I've been finding money like that. Last week I've been finding money.
Like big money?
Like
or just pennies and nickels all over the place?
One day it was a $20 bill in my job, but my boss found it, but I put it in our job drawer. And the last couple of days I've been finding like $1 here, $1 there, like dollars.
That happens a lot of time when our loved ones are around us. It's kind of like, grandmother used to, slip money to you. That's their way of doing it in the afterlife.
Oh, okay.
They're there, they're thinking about you, they're there to support you. A lot of times it's penny and nickels. You must have a big spender.
I don't know who that could be.
Good. And recognize it. That they're taking the energy to get there.
Yeah. I'm thankful.
Because it takes a lot of energy for him. And I want to say a little older man, and probably when you knew him, he was probably in his 60s or 70s, and he was very much the big papa type. The let's go have fun, let's relax, I'm not crabby, I'm not going to do anything, we're not going to do anything serious, we're just going to watch cartoons type mentality. But he was small, honey. He was probably 5'4".
Oh, wow. I don't know. That could be the only male I knew in my family was my father's father. For a little while I knew him when he was older.
And was he small?
Strong. He was. He wasn't tall.
Okay. It's probably him giving you money.
All right.
Okay. All right. So thank you for it.
I will.
All right, honey.
Thank you.
Anything else? You're welcome. You have a great evening.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Sweetie.
Bye-bye.
All right. Now, let's see. Who should we go to next? We've got one more caller, and then we're almost done. All right, 207, you're on the line. Well, let's see. Is the board going to respond to us? There we go. 207, you're on the line.
Yes, the board responded. Good evening. My name is Tom.
Hi, Tom. And
Hi.
What's your birthday, Tom?
1/27/1959 at 11:52 a.m. in Queens, New York.
Okay. And what are you grateful for this year?
Oh, I'm grateful for my family, for the home I live in. Practically everything that I have, I'm grateful for.
Wonderful. And how can we help you tonight?
Well, I'm taking a trip in the beginning of January down to see my mom, who I haven't seen in, too long of a time.
Right.
I just wanted to know how that trip was going to work out for me.
I feel like it's a good trip for you, but I'm told that it's probably going to be a little bit longer than you expect.
You mean I'm going to
be
there a little longer? So
take that extra thing. Yeah, you're going to be there a little longer. Like if you're planning to go for a week, it'll be a week and 5 days.
Well, I'm an Aquarian, so I always pack extra heavy.
Very good. You'll do fine, and I think you'll have an enjoyable time.
Oh, I think so, too.
Yeah.
It'll have its ups and downs, but...
No, I think it'll be a good trip.
Really?
I think she's really looking forward to it.
I have some relatives who'll be down there that aren't too fond of me.
Doesn't matter, honey. They're not why you're there.
That's true. That's true.
So pay attention to why you're there and let them just kind of flutter on. Don't give them your energy.
And don't go down to theirs either.
Exactly. Okay. But
All right,
I think it'll be a great trip.
Good deal. Thank you.
Dear. You're welcome. You have a good evening.
Happy Thanksgiving, honey.
Same to you.
Thank you, love.
All right. Now we are going to continue on. We've reached the end of our show. Thank you, lovely Sophia, for joining us tonight. And,
it's my pleasure. Love it.
Yes, I love when you pop in, and I think you'll be with me next week. I'm not for sure yet. We're still working on the schedule. But you can find out more information about our show at thepsychiccoffeeshop.info or over at The Psychic Coffee Shop. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. If you've missed the episode, you can go and listen to us there. Or if you'd like to get a reading from us, you can find us at Psychic.biz. And if you use the code COFFEE with a capital C, they will match you 10 for 15 for a reading with any of their psychics, which are authentic and triple tested. So until then, you have a great weekend, a great holiday, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Sophia.